Hello everyone, I'm Watson, and in this video we're going to talk about what we need to pay attention to when we connect several strands of fiber optic cable together. So basically how we should extend our fiber optic cable. So most of the fiber optic cable we get are pre-terminated, which is factory terminated. They apply the connectors on both ends within the factory. So when we come here, we cannot customize it, modify the cables ourselves because we don't have that precise equipment. It is not like how we deal with Ethernet cables, a simple clamp and use one of those specially designed clamps and you can do it. Fiber optic cables will require very precise instruments that will kind of match the tunnels very closely together to create zero gaps. So the fiber optic cable is really hard to terminate. It also gives it a lot of special high-level security levels, and it's even hard to decipher because it's in a totally different form of data. Our IP devices transmit digital signal, and the fiber optic link transmits the signals in an optical form. So even if they can intercept it, which is hard, it's even harder to decipher it. So this is why a lot of places will still use fiber optic cable for transmission. Now, in an IP security camera system, fiber optic cable will be applied as well. And imagine like if we have 100 meters of fiber optic cable, but we're like a few meters short. What should we do? Do we have to go order a new roll of fiber optic cable from the factory? Good news is we don't. We can use something called a fiber optic cable coupler to extend a short patch cord of the fiber optic cable to our original fiber optic cable. In this case, it will be really easy for us, and it's not that hard to operate as well, and we don't have to order a new patch, so everything is a very good solution. The coupler you can see right here is like the tube-shaped device. We take off these waterproof glands. This will keep it waterproof and also protect the wire. The fiber optic cable is kind of fragile, so we need maximum protection for each section. And you can see there are two ends on this coupler, and if we want to extend the cable, we have to make sure they go to the corresponding side. So imagine this is the extension. We come in at the lower part of the tunnel of the coupler, then we have to transmit at the lower part as well. So this will make a connection with these two cables. So now I'm going to walk you through the process and show you guys what we need to make sure and notice when we're applying this. So right here I have like a camera, 100 meter optic cable, 1 meter optic cable, media converters and SFP modules, and I'm going to connect it to this NVR and show us the image. So usually what we do first is, first of all, we power up our media converters. One here. And one here. So the two media converters are powered up. We're going to connect one of our media converters to our NVR. This will be one end of the data source, and then the other media converter, we're going to connect it to our PoE IP camera. This part is done. Now, usually when we're doing this for the first time, we're going to have enough. So we're going to connect channel A for all the 100 meter fiber optic cable to, then we insert the SFP modules right here. You can see it has made a connection. The final step is to now the final step is to power our IP camera. Since we're using SFP to transmit the data, it doesn't have PoE, we're going to have to use a 12 volts DC connector to provide the power. So the adapter is connected, the camera is currently self-diagnosing, and then we have an image on the screen shortly. So now there's an image on our screen. On our monitor, you can see I'm waving my hand in front of the camera. There's live video feed. This means this connection is successful. Now let's see how we should apply an extra meter patch cord to this fiber optic link. So assume we're gonna have to move the camera another meter farther. What should we do? We need to get a new fiber optic cable bundle like this? Nope. We're gonna use the coupler. So we're gonna disconnect this end first. So now let's take a look at what we should do. So we have the coupler here. I'm going to place it here. We're going to go to the further part of our fiber optic link. Disconnect the fiber optic link connected to our IP device because we're going to make this part farther. And after that, we're going to take our original fiber optic cable, add the coupler to our channel A. And as I said, now the top part of this coupler is connected with channel A. So I'm going to use a short patch fiber optic cable connected here as well. And now I'm going to connect the other end of this short patch fiber optic cable to our media converter with the SFP. And you can see the indicators meaning this connection is thorough as well, and we should get an image on our screen shortly as well. Now we have an image on our monitor. Waving my hand in front of it also means this is a very successful connection, and yes, we've done it. So remember, the coupler, we have to keep the extension on the same side with our original cable. And also, fiber optic cables, remember, it's very fragile. We can gently make it bend a little, but not too hard. Maybe not more, don't fold it. And since we have this waterproof gland, we can apply it to this as well to prevent the dust and rainwater to penetrate and damage our wire. The wire is very fragile. Every time when we're done with it, we should make sure every protective lid is on so dust cannot enter the inside of the cable, because we are counting on the lights to bounce out successfully. If there's any contamination here, it might affect our signals. All right, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.